Minutes from the March 17th, 2024.
April
17th.
That far behind.
April.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Okay, town administrator weekly update.
No update this week.
Okay, department head committee chair updates. I don't see any. Okay, we're going down to liaison.
I'm all set.
All set. Ed?
The only thing I got, we received another set of plans for the transfer station. We're just reviewing that. I'm gonna review it with the superintendent and see where we go from there.
Dan?
Just working, trying to get the last seat in the conservation and forestry committee filled.
And I met with the engineer today at the rec field, went over a couple ideas about what we're expecting for a parking lot up there. It went well, so he's gonna be getting right on it. I would expect a set of plans here shortly. So
That's exciting.
one thing that we did do is we did talk about possibly moving the entrance, so we made, the problem is the way the entrance is coming right in at the fence. And there's no sense of raising the elevation up 5 feet to match up with the fence. So moving it down 20 feet, so we may have to reapply, but he's already got all that
The
filed.
driveway permit.
So they'll be working on it anyways. So we're moving forward. And the road committee,
Hey, Jennifer, you may want to give an update on your conversation with Ron Smith about them re-engaging for next year's.
Oh, yes. I did have a conversation with the auditor to go over some other things to make sure all of our checks and balances were in place, to let him know what direction the board moved with the new treasurer, to let him know what Mark Roy's role was going to continue to be, and just give him a chance to, give feedback on that. He was very happy with everything and the way it was going. He did indicate that within 2 weeks, he would have a proposal for you for next year's audit.
Good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
okay, so I don't have anything for the roads. Okay, we'll go down to old business, Barn Lights liquor license.
So last week we tabled this because the fire chief did not have a chance to get over there. He has since done that and has no concerns with anything that would hold up the liquor license, or a couple of minor things that he was working on, but his email was no concerns and happy to move forward.
Nice. Okay.
You want a motion?
We didn't make that motion
You did
last week to
not.
approve it. Thought we did with conditions.
So, this is for signature and this is the actual license?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Okay, give me a moment. Motion to approve a license for alcohol for Barn Lights at 189 Hopper Road. Effective for the period 5/31/2023. No, can't be.
Expiration date 5/31/24. That's wrong.
The state sets the date, so you can just approve it. They'll
Okay,
handle
so
dates.
So I make that motion.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Okay. This what you want, son?
Yes, please.
You sure we need that top page?
That's already pen.
Sure.
I left mine on the table again.
You don't forget where you got it.
It's pretty small.
Fine for my little fingers.
My voice is got sausage fingers, so I can. Okay, I guess we're down to new business, commercial halls application.
So we have a new gentleman in town, thank you. Quentin Lacey from 53 Nason Road, who has applied for a commercial hauler's permit. He has met all the requirements on my end. He's showed his liability insurance. He's paid the fees. He's signed off on acknowledgement of the solid waste ordinance.
That makes 3 of them now.
Yeah.
Was that?
That makes 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah. Town will have some options.
Do we have a list out here, like a commercial halls list?
No, but we could, where there's only 3.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, just
If
leave
we
the name and
got
phone
that
numbers.
many now, we ought to have a list so people,
Okay.
because I get phone calls all the time trying to figure who owns the trash around here, so.
So we'll post a list of approved commercial haulers.
Is this Quentin Lacy?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve a commercial hauler permit for Quentin Lacy at 53 Nason Road.
Second.
All in favor? See, the next one, I think we really make a decision, so we won't do a public comment afterwards. Okay. So typically, we would do a public comment before our executive session, but I believe there probably will be a decision made, so
Hopefully.
do I hear a motion?
I move that we go into executive session 45-68-1 personnel issue at 6:12 PM.
Seconded.
All in favor? Okay, we'll be back in just a reminder, that is live, so anything you say will be broadcasted while we're out, so, just a warning.
You'll see it works.
Okay.
We're not sure we can shut it off, we don't know how it quite works yet.
Not saying anything bad, but just in case.
Nothing bad. All right, are we ready, guys? Yeah.
They gave us 6 months. 6 months.
As a treasurer.
As treasurer.
Yeah. They're giving her the insurance.
The woman doing Jennifer's job, and
Yeah.
The one that's helping Jen.
yeah.
Yeah.
She
Very
and
nice lady.
Jennifer have been splitting up the treasurer's
Oh, I
work
see.
Yeah.
since.
Since Kelly left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice lady, tall, dark hair.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they come in every Monday.
Yeah.
One will usually take the early shift, one takes the later shift. and the other one
Yeah.
is off. We got Quentin Lacy that they were just talking about. He cleaned up your road, yeah, him and his whole family, they walked all the same page in Mason on Saturday cleaning up.
So he lives on Mason Road.
I don't know where it is, probably one of those new houses, probably.
Well, they're all kind of new houses. Does anybody live on the new house on the left, going south on Nason? On Nason.
You mean step way back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a lovely home.
I don't go through Mason all at all.
Yeah, it's lovely, it really is. It's-
Yeah, it's the whole, I don't even know who lives in it. I mean, we see them driving the cars.
Mm.
And most of the people are from away, they have jobs elsewhere, and they just get to suburb. I mean, it's just they sleep in. And that's about the extent of it, you know, like,
Gosh, we're getting new houses all the time. On West Shore, we're taking down Northampton.
Yeah.
well, you are the place to be. I mean, you're a $1 million road.
We know somebody that calls it Rodeo Drive.
Oh, yes, yeah, we have lots of, but we have changed our name because, you know, we're in the very last cove. And we used to call it Poor People's Cove,
What do you call it now?
Coumadin Cove, because almost all the husbands and some of the wives are on either Coumadin or
Some kind of blood thinner.
a blood thinner or something.
They should change their diet.
Yeah,
Everything's in the diet. It's just amazing all the crap they're selling. There's
well, you know,
supermarkets, it's terrible.
everything is from, especially somebody your age, it's from your misspent youth. That's what it is.
Well, it's been, no, it's been the exposure. We grew up with the potatoes, the
This-
meat, the dairy industry.
You know,
All right, that's what we grew up with. you
yeah,
know.
but there's nothing wrong with a potato.
Oh.
A potato has about 75 calories in
It's
it.
what they spray on the potatoes and put in the soil, all right? It's,
See, we grew up with a
yeah.
1 acre garden in
Mm.
the backyard, so we didn't, yeah.
No, but no, I'm just saying, what I'm saying is now, like you were saying, about the lady 50 years old,
Oh,
with
yeah.
a heart attack.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows what she ingested in the meantime?
Yeah, but you know what, then a lot of that goes to family history.
Yeah, a lot of it does.
No, I realize that.
No, right.
But we're,
Yeah.
the food supply has become
Yeah.
toxic. I
Mhm.
mean, you get a
Yeah.
realistic.
Well, you know, like my own dad died 3 days after his 42nd birthday.
Uh,
My brother had a heart attack when he was 26.
Mhm.
He had a second heart attack when he was in his early 30s. And then they found out, and it's something that was known in the family, all the men on my dad's side of the family, they never lived till 60.
Mm.
They were all, and when my brother had a second heart attack, they found out he had a hole in his heart that he was probably born with.
Mhm.
He was born in 1965. And they knew that in 1965, but they didn't know it in 1925,
No, no.
1935. And, you know, and today it's probably something that would be fixed before the baby went up to the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they do it, I know they do all that imaging, but I still don't know how they
Oh,
find it.
yeah.
Yeah, in a heart that's this big, how they find it. you know.
That was when my grandson was diagnosed with cancer. He was one of 1,200 kids in the entire world with this particular rare cancer.
Mm.
His surgery was over 12 hours. We spent a year in the hospital.
How old was he?
22 months.
Wow.
He had chemo that long and very little radiation because of chemo work. They had to remove the entire lining of his lung,
Mhm.
his entire right lung, part of his left lung, part of his pericardium sac. He has a bovine patch there. And his diaphragm, they could only leave 10%
Mhm.
because the cancer had invaded it. And he has a Kevlar diaphragm that will have to be changed as
As he gets bigger,
grows.
sure.
Yeah, as he
And
grows.
how old is he now?
He's 7. He's still not,
Does he breathe okay?
he's just having trouble.
Listen,
A
Oriole.
little.
Nice.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, she just, you know, we left the bird feeder up. And now I'm a big thing about
Oh, yeah,
changing
took
bird
her
feeders
in.
because I said, well, if a bear comes around, oh, a bear's not coming around. I said, Nance, don't you remember 6 years ago when we lost, we couldn't find a feeder for 3 days? It was in the bushes, and I would literally throw them in the bushes.
Yeah, but I got the thing yesterday from Inland Fisheries.
And what did they say?
Bear season, get rid of your feeders,
The sewer, yeah.
rake up under your,
I've seen him back home in Rentham. They had a bear last week,
oh my goodness.
yeah.
And do you think he was on his way to the
I think
outlets?
no, he was either going to, he was probably closer to the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where he was found, he was
Closer to
the stadium.
stadium.
Mhm. He was on a street that goes down to Route 1,
Oh,
you
okay.
know, and he could have gone up. to
He's
the-
already gone past
Mhm.
IKEA
Mhm.
and on his way down there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Now, are they black bear?
Yeah,
Yeah, must be. Do we have any brown bear or
no.
not anything?
I had a little black bear on H Road on my land.
Yeah.
He came down the hill, that really surprised us. You know.
We've had black bear on West Shore.
Yeah, we had one last year on 13th Street,
Yeah.
a bear with 2 cubs.
Ooh, that's when they get dangerous.
We have friends on one of the avenues off of 13th, and they had a bee nest in the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they got it.
And then one day, something had scooped it out.
Scoop connection. Well, I had that happen on my end.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the beer shit way up, and then 2-3 days later, I went down with the pond, and it was strewn all over by the pond, and it had been in the ground, and I realized what had happened.
Mhm.
There was
Yeah, they
some-
must have pretty good noses to smell all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they say they have about a 5-mile radius, or, I have to double check that.
Is that it?
But I have to double check it, but, you know, but one of my granddaughters is a camper. I mean, you know, she's done the presidential range, she's a hiker and she camps, and has always taken her dog. And her dog wears a bell.
Mhm.
She has bell, she has bear spray. She has, you know, all of those things with her.
I've never felt like that up in the White Mountains. I've never
In the
even
county?
considered it.
Yeah, yeah.
We have friends that, her brother lives on the edge of Glacier National Park.
Mm.
And when they go out there and they go for a hike in the woods, they don't just carry a little bitty bear spray.
Oh,
It's
no.
like a fire extinguisher size.
Yeah.
It's as big as her.
Oh my gosh. My daughter has friends that live out near Lake Tahoe, in that area.
Mhm.
And they go camping a lot more in a fancy camper than, like Aiden goes out in a tent and stuff like that. And when they're getting everything ready, they put a battery-powered radio under the camper to keep anything,
Critters from underneath it.
just to keep noise.
Mhm.
They've actually had a bear get in their garage, you know, a side door. And they had what were the improved handles. You know, everybody wants you to get those
Mhm.
handles, not.
Yeah,
Didn't stop the bear, you know?
they're pretty smart.
Yeah, yeah. But,
Look at that. That's my daughter, something. Love that, split of that.
Wow, where's that?
oh my gosh,
In Cambridge.
Yeah.
nice.
They're probably.
There's so much, oh no, man.
Couple weeks, yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Our first year here, we went home for Easter. And we got off of 495 on like 140 in Franklin. And
Yeah,
went the back road. Everything was blooming.
oh yeah, yeah,
Whereas here, we saw
exactly.
it snow and burn. Yeah, no, they're way ahead of us. Whereabouts in Cambridge?
Well, she works at MIT, so.
Okay, so around Central Square, Porter Square, Howard Square-ish.
She's probably, yeah. I don't know.
That's something I love Lilac. Absolutely love them.
Did the last one.
This is-
We're in Cambridge. It is north, oh, that's. Oh, that's me. It's in northern Oriole. This is different from southern Oriole, that's southern Oriole.
Don't see many of them.
Yeah, Kendall, MIT.
Oh,
Mm.
folks go to Boston, not too far from there, in Porter Square.
She works quite near the north end, is it?
You didn't look then?
Yeah.
Really? For MIT? You have a-
No, your wife.
Oh, she used to be on Canal Street. Now she's more,
That's a word.
Canal Street, right across from the garden,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
side street off of Causeway.
I have, is it Causeway? Okay.
Yeah. That's Causeway, yeah.
I drove through the new tunnels and it's like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, so when you can see the back of the garden, her office was just on the other side of it.
You see the back of the garden,
And then you go into, so as you're going to the tunnel,
yeah,
you can barely see like the side in front of the garden. She was,
right there, so sort of across from Converse in that area.
yeah,
Converse is on the other side of the highway though,
yeah.
yeah.
Everything's changed.
Oh, so
Oh, yeah.
much.
Unbelievable.
You know, when I used to go into her office, I'd take the train to South Station and it was just, you know, a great 20-minute walk to her office.
Yeah,
Through the Greenway.
Oh, the Greenway, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, we got one of our old lake mates from back home was the project manager there. We didn't know it, and one day she said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I manage."
Yeah, that's always been a thing, people come to South Station, go to North Station, buses, so. The logistics.
It's such a pain in the ass if you need to go, you know, from the North Shore to the South Shore.
Yeah.
There is no link.
There's no good way.
There's no link between North Station and South Station.
No, which I use, it's a couple times I've taken the train down to Connecticut to my daughter's,
Yeah, yeah.
and which I can get on the train in Wells,
Mm-hmm.
go right to North Station,
And you gotta change.
and then a couple of times I've just walked it with my rollboard. It was easier.
We've done that.
Yeah, it was
We've done
easier. No, Alex lives on Holden Court, which is, the water's here,
that.
a row of houses. This street, which I'm trying to think of the name of it, and it's one of the, like, alleyway streets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it Commercial Street off of that?
I'm not sure if it is or not.
Because Commercial is where like the Coast Guard office.
Well, she is with the Coast Guard, near the Coast Guard
Yeah, so
station.
that's Commercial.
Yeah,
It turns in a causeway before you get to North Washington.
that sounds right.
Mm.
She's just now in the position of looking for another apartment. She works at Mass General. And she has a 450 square foot apartment.
But she pays $3,000 a month for it.
Well, no, that's just it. She's been there for 3 years, and they're going up to 2,000,
Wow.
you know, which is crazy.
Forget it.
I'm gonna go eat, have a good day.
Okay,
All right, Joe.
we'll see you.
The sun is coming out, that's good.
So, when, tell me
That's good, all right, you guys handle that.
Let's see. Weird. Well, I can tell you for sure it's on the list.
Well, that, so the food pantry is on.
You got a pallet for it?
Yes. If you do? Yes. Storing out of the church. But there's more out back there, for the like pasta.
You feel expensive to do it?
Expensive pasta.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move that we come out of executive session 45-6A-1 personnel issue at 6:29 PM.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, and then, I guess, Jeff, you wanna?
Yeah, so we interviewed several different candidates, and we narrowed it down to 3 candidates, which Ed and I re-interviewed for a second time today. So executive session was to update the board on those 3 candidates and get Ed's opinion. I think that we come to the same conclusion. We're hoping to make an offer to candidate A and see if that individual is interested in the deputy position.
Yep, and I'll make a motion that we make a formal offer to candidate A for the deputy clerk position.
Fingers crossed.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, public comment. Boyd.
2 weeks in a row.
Huh?
2 weeks in a row. So we had a very good turnout on Saturday.
John Dennekamp.
John Dennekamp with everybody else, yes. So we had 50-something or 60-something volunteers come.
Wow.
And we covered easily twice as much as we did last year. And probably got about the same amount of bags. We don't have a hard number, somewhere in the 140s, because we had several Good Samaritans come by in trailers and just
Pick up.
picked up bags and brought them to the transfer station for us.
Nice.
So that was really good. So I just want to mention that the coordinators were Jim Driscoll, Mary Chenevert, Denise and Bruce Bowden, Sue Perkis, Dan Norwood, Hope Dennekamp, and I guess me. And we had a handful of people that helped out in the kitchen, and that would be Holly Irvin, Carol Novellino, Laurie Tierno, and Richard from the Lions Club. And we also want to give Richard a shout out because they really stepped up, donated a lot, brought his own trailer, we filled that up, and want to give another one to Neighbors Helping Neighbors, the Lions Club, the church who allowed Hope to go over there and bake her bread for the sandwiches, and everybody at the transfer station who were great.
Awesome. No, I see you guys, I see everybody around town. I actually wanted to help out, but I was working on a truck and they were walking by, we waving to them, tell them thank you. So I
And
appreciated it.
We had, one of the volunteers brought 30 vests, and another volunteer donated 20.
Wow.
So we've got plenty.
Nice.
We were
Yeah,
out there.
we're gonna ask if we can
Under the
store them
table.
somewhere in town.
thank
I figured
you.
they could be something
Yes.
that we use for future town
Yeah.
events as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Neighbors Helping Neighbors is happy to continue to support that, so we're happy to cover the cost at least of the minor expenses that they had, so that they didn't pay it out of pocket.
That's great, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it much.
Good job.
Okay, any more public comment? Joyce, you're the only one.
No.
You
Okay.
waited this long.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
do I hear a
want to say we
motion?
live in the best town where people help people. It's a little town with a big heart.
I had someone call me today, they want to buy a house in Acton, and they thought that I should be the guy to call for some reason. I went to school with them. And I told them Acton's great, our taxes are good, people are good, come on up. So he's selling this place in Wells and moving to Acton.
Thanks.
So-
Absolutely.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move to adjourn at 6:33 PM.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, have a good night.
So Dan has confirmed that it's been scheduled, so I'm trying to hold it on. So Dan at Crumpets has confirmed that it was scheduled through APAC, so that he's on email.
John, could you hit that off for me, please?
Not broadcast.
Should be.